Hey all, welcome back. If you have seen any of my recent videos, you know that I have been working on fixing up my patio to make sure that it is a sweet little haven for me to retreat to since I will be home a lot. I wanted to show you a project that I did to kind of continue that process and share how I did it and everything like that. Okay, so as you can see, I've got a bunch of plants on this fence. I really wanted to utilize the space as best I could, and so that meant also looking at vertical space and not just what's on the ground. So I did some research and I figured out what plants actually don't need a whole lot of space within their pots. And a little bit's going to be an experiment, but we're just going to kind of see how this goes. So I know that a lot of times leafy, greeny plants don't necessarily need a lot of space. So we've got kale that I've transplanted over into these. Another one that is great is strawberries. Those tend to spill over, but they don't necessarily need a whole lot of space right in the pot. So I've got multiple strawberries on here as well. I will probably put some lettuce on here. We'll have to see if I need to transplant any or if I need to get some more seeds or anything like that, because I already have some lettuce growing in some of the other pots. And then one of the ones that we're going to experiment with, I don't think it needs a whole lot of dirt, is zucchini. But we'll see. That's kind of the tester here. So right now, these guys were transplanted and they're not looking super great. He's a little sad. But then I've got this guy down here. And see, he's looking really pretty good. He recovered very well. So we'll just have to see how that one goes. Like I said, I have no idea whether or not that will work, but so far they seem fairly happy, so we'll go from there. And then I still have some empty pots that I'm going to put some more things into. I might try some radishes, but yeah, we'll just give it a shot and see. So all I did to create these is I took just a plastic pot that I got from Home Depot, and then they have wire wrapped around them. So you can see that, and there's this loop in the back. And then you can get just a basic plant hanger. So for me, I needed to find something that fit over my fence. But I just hooked it, and that way I can just put that loop on there and let that hang. The trick was making sure that the loop was long enough so that the bottom of the pot hits the wood below it. As you can see, I've got a couple different sizes, so these little ones I had to make the loop a little bit longer because otherwise it would just sway in the wind too much. And then the nice thing is that they are somewhat self-watering in a sense, whereas I can water the ones at the top and then just let the water drip down. And I may need to add a little water to the ones below, but at least it just continues that process on down, which is super nice. And then usually I have pots on the bottom. Right now I do not. So then any excess water from all of those will fall into the pot on the ground there. So it's a pretty sweet little process there. You'll also see that I've got the netting in the back there that is ideally for peas to grow up. We'll have to see though. It seems to be, I've got peas in a few different pots here, and some of them are doing better than others. Strangely enough, the ones that are in the blazing sun all the time have been doing the best, and as you can see, this spot is a little shady. So I'm not sure whether or not I will be moving the peas back over here, but that is what that net is originally for, so that's going to be another trial and error kind of thing, and we'll see how that goes. Another thing that I really like about these pots is they actually have a built-in saucer, essentially, so you can see there aren't any holes in the bottom of this. These are just things that go up, but that if you look in there, I know it's dark, you can't really see it, but there's actually no hole there. It's completely solid, and if you kind of pull at this, it kind of comes away. So you could pull this off, but what happens is it's, like I said, a built-in saucer, so the water going through will actually get trapped in there a little bit. It does come out if there's too much. When I first transplanted plants and things, obviously you want to soak it when you do that, and so the water overflowed. But it is nice because it really just helps hold on to that moisture even more. much the update on that project. It's still obviously in the very early stages. None of those plants are terribly big. The kale has been going for a little while. I actually transplanted that from another pot because they were a little too close together in that other pot. So hopefully those should just continue to get bigger. But everything so far looks pretty good, so I'm pretty excited to see how it turns out. And as I continue this project, I will continue to update you all on new things that are happening out there, how the plants are going. I have ideas for a cover to make it a little more shady out there, because right now it's pretty bright, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, but anyway, I mean, I hope you enjoyed kind of that explanation. Obviously it's not a super difficult project, so if you have a fence like that and you want to grow some plants or whatever, that is a great option. So far that really hasn't cost very much. I think each one of those pots was between $1 to $2. The wire I already had on hand, and then it was just potting soil and getting the plants to put in there. So overall I would say you could spend probably up to $50 on that project. You could even probably spend a little bit less, just depending on where you get your stuff from, what type of plants you're purchasing, everything like that. I also got my soil, potting soil was on sale, so that really helped. But yeah, I mean, otherwise it's just a really easy little project. So like I said, if you're looking for something to do, give that a shot. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space, horizontally anyway. And let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear. So leave a comment if you liked this video, or if you had any questions or anything like that. Give it a like. And if you are interested in seeing other videos that I do in the future, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I generally put out a video every week. But otherwise, stay safe, and thank you all, and I will see you next week.